or kill the Eagles. That's not what I do. Not my thing, man. Just saying. It is Team Tuesday, so we got to talk about the Broncos. Look, I'm nervous as hell for this game. If I were to tell you that I was anything but nervous for this game, I would be a liar. So let me be very clear. I am nervous as hell for the Chiefs game. Solely because of the reputation of Mahomes, Andy Reid. Now, I have never really totally bought into the stats of Mahomes dominating Denver the same way everybody else has. Vic Fangio had a lot of success against Mahomes just offensively. If you look at the Chiefs' scoring stats, they were down against Denver. Denver couldn't score at all, so the Chiefs were still winning all those games. Patrick's cumulative stats look really good, but his game-by-game stats, Fangio had him pretty good. Justin Simmons literally has picked off Mahomes more than anybody in the NFL. I know he's not currently in the NFL. He's still a free agent. Denver's had some success. A bad Denver team 2 years ago beat the Chiefs, made Mahomes throw a couple picks. And last year, we don't count week 17 because it was all backups, but they played them to a blocked field goal in week 9, week 10 last year. So I don't buy that Kansas City's just dominated Denver. The cumulative stats look fine, and the win-loss obviously looks fine because Denver had a horrific offense for over a decade, or just about a decade. Does Bo Nix need to play well in this game? Yes, objectively. He cannot produce what he produced against the Raiders, and I don't think he will. These are two great coaches, two offensive minds. Andy having a full bye, and Sean Payton having a mini bye playing Thursday night football. And the thing that Denver is probably, this is going to sound weird, and people are going to say, oh, this is fake. A little harder to game plan for because no one really knows what their offense is trying to do besides screens. Like, no one's really figured out, it's like, okay, screens and throw deep. And it's like, okay, I guess. Versus the Chiefs have established what they want to be with Rice, Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelce. They obviously don't have a running game. And Denver's defense is, to me, far better than Kansas City's. I know Kansas City had a great defense last year, and they've had statistically a great defense last handful of years. And I think even this year, I think they rank top 5. But what Denver's defense does, miles better than everybody else. And if you need to close the gap in quarterback, which I understand is massive next to Mahomes, Denver has the perfect formula to make, you might not think Bo Nix is shit. You might think Bo Nix is not a good quarterback whatsoever. You're entitled to that opinion. I might disagree with you, but you're entitled to that opinion. You might not think he's ass, he's no good, all that. But Denver's pass rush, when you put Mahomes on the ground 5 times, 6 times, you pressure and you hit him 9, 10, 11 times, which Denver's been consistently doing all year. Denver has been beating teams up. So much so that they're even getting the knack of what all-time defenses do, which is they're hurting quarterbacks. And not in a dirty way. I know everyone wants to say the CJ Stroud hit is dirty. It's not. It wasn't. They were going down, same time, used his shoulder, and it just looked bad because CJ ricocheted off the ground with his helmet, which that's the risk of injuries. But all great all-time defenses, especially defenses that get after the quarterback, they hurt him. Because you're hitting a human being with larger human beings 9, 10, 11, 12 times a game. The 85 Bears had a record of knocking guys out all the time. The 2000 Ravens knocked guys out all the time. The no-fly zone was knocking guys out in 2015. The 02 Bucks. Go through all your defenses. Those Steelers teams with Troy Polamalu, Ike Taylor, Casey Hampton, James Harrison, Dick LeBeau, they were knocking guys out because you are hitting quarterbacks so much. So Mahomes is not only going to be uncomfortable, it would not be shocking if at some point in this game, Mahomes is just flat out limping. And that's not, I understand the context of like, oh, well, Sean Payton's your head coach and quarterbacks are getting hurt. Oh my gosh, how could that? Nick Bonito's not a dirty player. Jonathan Cooper's not a dirty player. Zach Allen's not a dirty player. They're just hitting guys. And you hit quarterbacks enough, that's what happens to them. This is why everybody says, don't run around if you're a quarterback, because the more you get hit, the more likely you are to get injured. So, how does Denver win this game? You put Mahomes on his ass way more than Nix gets put on his ass. Can Nix go throw for throw with Mahomes? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. And if that's the situation that they're stuck in, Denver loses. I could just tell. If that game is, even if it's a shootout, right? Like, let's say it's 21-21 at halftime. I would have no faith in Denver in the second half. I'd be terrified. Because Knicks is not going to beat Patrick fucking Mahomes in a shootout. If that game is 14-7 or 14-9 or 12-9, give it an ugly score. Ryan Clark, who I don't like, had a great tweet. If the game is ugly or the game looks like ass, you know Denver is going to win that game. And that's what they need to do. Be the team that is beating them up physically. Be the team that is beating them up. Like, your pass rush is how you're going to win this game and get you to 92, because that's been the identity of this team. On Thursday, we're going to discuss, have a really fun new segment I want to try out. It's Reframe Debate, and I'm going to talk about how the teams that are trying to win in the non-conventional way in 2025. And that's what Denver's trying to do. Denver's trying to win with a defensive-led team, and an offense, can they just get you there? And I think Bo can just get you there. Am I nervous as hell? Yes, because it's the Chiefs. It's a bye week. There's obviously, to say that Patrick Mahomes could not win this game would be just beyond stupid and idiotic. But does Denver's pass rush and is Denver's defense good enough to also win this game? 1,000%. They're not 8-2 because they're fraudulent. I understand. Primetime games, it's a bitch. Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, it's a motherfucker when you're on primetime. Suddenly 10-7 games. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a hater. I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.